Hello, thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast. This is episode 138, and I'm Grant Fierro, as always, here with Mike Medina. Say hi, Mike.
Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are.
Yeah, good time wherever you're located.
Yeah.
So we had a little more eventful week this week. The past weeks have been slow after the Skate of the Year announcement. This week, a little more stuff going on. Let's start out with ETN. They did a live session with Ryan Sheckler, Face Melters, trying to grind I believe it was I know the second set was 15 stairs. Was it a 15, flat 15?
That's what I thought.
I believe
if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
But yeah, I remember them saying that, so we'll go with that.
Okay.
It's a kinked hubba. It's massive. As you can tell by we just said 15 flat 15. So
yeah, it looks like a video game obstacle.
Yeah, it does. And they were saying they didn't show the other spot, but I'm sure we'd recognize it. There's some other set that people skate at that school, and I guess this hub has always been there, but no one really noticed it. And then Sheckler was down, and he was like sanding down the hubba, and I mean he jumped on it live. Probably five tries or something.
Yeah, like quick.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I mean, we don't know how many times he rolled up before they went live, but they were live, and they're like, "All right, Sheckler," and he rolled up a couple and jumped on there. Escaped safely on. Let's say there was 5 tries, he escaped safely on 4 of them. And Chris Cole was hosting it. Danny and Colin were kind of cruising around. And they were kind of saying like. Who was that? Was it Danny that was saying pretty much, or I think it was Colin, was like, if he locks in, just gets to that second kink, he should be fine. And Chris was like, yeah, like we'll see what happens. And then pretty much the first one that Sheckler tried to ride down through the second kink, he went down. It didn't work out.
He got buckled on the stairs.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm sure most people have seen. They put up. They cut like right before he actually hits the ground, but you've probably seen the attempt on Instagram if you're not a subscriber to ETN. And he kind of slipped out toe side on the 50 right as the second kink started and just bailed from the top of that hubba down the 15 stair. So he's very high in the air, lands pretty much on the last couple stairs and was screaming like the second he hit the ground.
It sounds fucked up.
He could tell he was very uncomfortable and a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Luckily, he was able to stand up on his own after that, and hopefully he's all good. But it was gnarly, for sure.
Okay, like I feel like actually I have quite a bit to say on this topic.
Yeah.
Okay, one being that these face melters, like this face melters series or whatever, the show, or what are we calling it? A series, I guess?
Yeah, it's a series.
Yeah. I feel like up until this point, had predominantly like younger dudes.
Okay.
Or like dudes that are like so like quote unquote in the spotlight right now for jumping over shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that Ryan Sheckler was a very, very, very fucking strange choice for the show. Being that he is a skateboarder that has been historically riddled with injuries his entire career. For that matter.
Okay.
And this is coming from, don't get me fucked up, I absolutely love Ryan Sheckler. If you don't know that I love Ryan Sheckler, then I mean shit. Like it's one of my favorite dudes. Like he is a savage. Don't get me fucked up. Everyone, that's my favorite part in Plan B True. You know what I mean? Like I love Sheckler shit. Well, other than Chris Jocelyn, but like you know what I'm saying. But anyway, don't let that feel like, that's swaying my opinion. I just think that it was really interesting for him to want to do that, especially for like I said, being a guy that's I don't want to keep saying injured all the time, but like my God, you know what I'm saying?
Through a lot of injuries.
Like geez, dude, especially like lower extremity injuries, like knees, ankles, hips, feet. Like he's been through all that shit. So for him to want to do something like this, I understand it from like multiple perspectives. I get it from his perspective where it's like the whole thing with El Toro obviously is like looming over him and probably always will unless he happens to backside flip El Toro.
Happens too.
Okay.
Just ends up there one day.
Just ends up there. Okay.
Might-
Anyway, but I mean, you cannot deny the fact that I mean, we'll just go with it. It just hangs over.
Yeah,
his
no,
head,
no,
right?
yeah. I mean, we're sitting here. You just explained. Neither of us are dudes that are sitting here hating on Sheckler. But
I
yeah,
love Sheckler. Like, okay,
forever that the backside flip down El Toro is gonna come up when you think or hear his name because
always.
It's
so fucking. I mean, it's controversial, to say the least. Okay, to put it into a bigger word, it's controversial. Whatever, keep it moving. But like, I think that for him, I was touching on like the multiple perspectives that I can see coming it from it, like through it, and like from his perspective, I get it, where it was almost like a redemption type of thing for his like quote unquote image, or maybe his self pride, or maybe something like that, Like I get why.
I feel like he's probably mentally like pretty moved. I'm sure he still thinks about El Toro, but I don't know if I think he would make a decision to like change the way people view him because people view him a certain way of what he said about El Toro. That's kind of confusing. But I don't know. I just feel like that was like a while ago now. Like I'm sure he still thinks about
things
it.
like that's what I mean. Like
But
I don't mean like he's like losing sleep.
Moved on.
Right. Like I said, I don't think that he's like sitting here losing sleep over it or anything like that. But I think that, like in his head, it's kind of like the one that got away.
Maybe. Yeah.
So it's like for him to like want to jump over some big shit or do some big shit that's going to cement his name instantly. As soon as he makes it, he did that, as opposed to like he didn't do El Toro. Like I get that, that's super, super sick. And I get that. Like I am a big fan of his Instagram page. I love the lines that he does at his like little indoor park or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I love that shit. I eat that shit up. But like he like it just seems like right now he's stayed healthy for like the longest period of time that I can remember.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm off, maybe I'm crazy, but it just seems like he's like finally healthy, so to speak. And it just fucking sucks because now he's like right back to broke off, gonna need surgery, gonna need this, gonna have to rehab, gonna start all over again. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Did you need to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he needed to, but I think just from an outsider perspective, thinking of his skateboarding, like I bet he loves ETN and loves
face melters is the
face
shit.
melters. Yeah, I bet like that's something he's super into. So I bet he was probably hyped at the idea to have him on, or whether he reached out to them. I think it's like he's a cool fit for that. He is different, like you were saying, than the people we've seen in the past a little bit. But I also see him being like all about that, thinking it's super sick, and he's down to get down.
Right, which he always has been. He's jumped over a ton of big shit, Like I get it.
I mean, he's one of the biggest kickflips ever.
Mm-hmm.
Undeniably.
Right.
That thing is huge.
And I'm like, dude, like I said, man, I'm not mad at Sheckler. I like Sheckler a whole lot. But
yeah,
I think that it was fuck it. It was a strange choice for him, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. I think it's cool, regardless, that he was down to do it, and he went for it. One thing I think is really sick that we do get to see in face melters and really all the ETN live events is when someone's out there trying something gnarly. I always like to see all the other pros that come simply to hang out and support and watch it go down. Like we saw, Jocelyn was there, Chris Cole was there. A lot of the Plan B guys, and I don't want to say this in a negative way, and I could be wrong, but from, again, an outsider's perspective, just like through social media, I don't feel like I see a lot of the Plan B guys together too often. Maybe just
unless they're working on video projects.
Yeah, and it could just be where they live and what their schedules and whatever. So it was cool to see them together. I think it's always sick to see dudes that are teammates or whatever together out skating.
Agreed.
And that was sick. I mean, even when you saw him slam, you saw Cole run over there. You saw Jocelyn and Danny and Colin.
It was not rad hearing him yell like that.
Yeah,
though. That was fucking not cool. Like, oh man, that was cringy for me. I was like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought there was gonna be like some like bone through skin type shit. That's what I.
Yeah, at least he was able to least he was able to kind of gain control of the pain and stand up on his own power and everything.
That little scream for pain did not sound fucking cool.
I mean, he says right there, he says, I thought when I looked down at my feet that my ankle would be backwards.
Yep.
Like, he thought he completely broke off. So, thankfully, it isn't any worse.
I just wanted him to see him fucking make it so bad.
I mean, we could see redemption. We could see redemption.
Like 2 years?
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't posted.
His ankles got smoked.
Injury. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. He got bodied, but hopefully it won't be too long until he's back on board.
Sheckler, like my age.
What are you? 29?
29.
Let's see what Google tells me right now.
I bet he's like 27, 28 maybe.
Yeah, I would say he's probably around your age.
Yeah, because he was on Life with Ryan like when we were like in middle school.
He was like 16, wasn't he, when he had that show?
Yeah, and I was in like.
He's 28 years old.
He's 28, so he is like my age.
Yeah,
got it.
Oh, he just turned 29. Wait. He just turned 29, so this thing's wrong.
Oh, no shit. Wow, I actually thought he was a lot younger than me. Well, not a lot, but...
His birthday is December 30th. So.
Anyway, this motherfucker's like pushing 30. Like, dude, you don't need to jump over shit, man.
That's his thing.
I know it's his thing. I just like him.
Sheckler without jumping. What's he going to get?
You're right. You're right. No, you're totally right. I just like him, dude. I like him, and I want to see him stick around for longer. That's all.
I mean, look, to be honest... pretty much sense true. I mean, like you said, he goes off.
He's always fucking hurt. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he goes off on Instagram, but we really haven't seen much footage put out other than Instagram.
Yeah, it's
much with him. He had a really cool Skaters and Cars episode. Not that you have to be healthy to do that, but it was interesting. So I mean, he was trying to do his thing, get back in the spotlight, get bucked. Sadly, that's literally like the worst thing that could happen is like at the tipping point of I'm committing or not committing, the truck slips off. Yep. It was pretty much worst case scenario. So
I'm not mad at him. I'm just bummed that he's not going to be skating.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's back soon. And I mean, like I said, they could do a redemption if Sheckler's down.
Yeah, in like a year.
Well, we'll see how long it takes. I hope he comes back and does it. I mean, that'd be sick, man. Dude.
I would love that.
That would be sick.
I feel like I came off as like a Sheckler hater when in like reality I really like Sheckler.
Nah, we get it. You sound bummed because you want to see him skate. That makes sense. I know.
Right, and I just feel like it was just kind of stupid to do it. Like fuck, dude, you didn't have to do that shit.
I mean, yeah. But that's because it turned out this way. If it turned out second,
you're right.
Finds that thing, you'd be like,
you're right. You're fucking right. You're totally right. I'd be like, legend, the best. You're right. You're right. But like, okay, leave it up to Jamie though. Like, leave that shit to Jamie.
Jamie Foy, what's he gonna do for cricket?
You know he will. He fucking will, dude.
Okay, look. I'm sorry, Jamie Foy's not from cricket.
He's 50 in that. No way. I bet you Jamie's 50 in that shit, dude.
I never. I'm not saying he can't. I just don't. I don't. That's not a spot I would look at and think.
Jamie's in his wave.
To me, he's handrail guy. But I mean,
Jamie's in his wave, man. Give him big shit, and he's down. I know, but he's in his shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we seen on ETN him and Zahn Wright get right off a long airplane ride straight to what was it, a 16 stair handrail? 18 stair handrail. And they rifled off probably each 5 or more tricks, and not one of those tricks took more than 3 tries.
The crooked grind, dude, the impact is so fucking gnarly.
Dude. They went poof. They went off. That was so sick. That was really enjoyed that because one thing about that episode that I thought was really cool was it wasn't even centered around them. And the session, Clint.
What was it, just Senzo's kickflip?
No. It was Clint Walker. He was
Clint Walker,
to Hubba, and I think he had got hurt. And some other dudes were starting to jump in the sesh, and then they pulled up and they jumped in, and they really.
Florida boys don't play, man.
Dude, they did their thing, as they always do. Really, I mean,
Florida boys don't fuck around at all.
It's Jamie and Zion. What do you expect? Yeah. So let's move along, Mike. Adidas, they've released a new shoe called the City Cup. Yeah, there's
Right
Mike
now?
Zahn, right board, his favorite skateboard. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the City Cup, and they released Miles Silvas gets
Oof.
another colorway for Adidas.
Does like
this is his 4th colorway now.
Dude, he does a fucking line that's like 5 blocks
He does
long.
a 5-minute line for this shoe.
Like, dude, if you're not a fan of this,
Kennedy.
right? If you're not a fan of this little thing, then like you don't like skating. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, if you're not like there was a few moments where I was like, holy shit, dude.
I mean,
like, dude pushed about 5 blocks switch.
I think the thing that there's a few tricks in there that it's like the fact that you're doing this in this ad.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Flipping over that rail. Front blunt to
shoes look
cool
on the ledge. Too. Not mad at the shoes.
Switch over the can on the side. Switch ollie the tall trash.
Switch tray on the blasted a switch tray on flat too.
Yeah, and then
super good one.
What's up, Jaquan? Gap to ledge. Switch back tail, and I believe the side he does it on, the gap's actually further. Gap to switch back tail.
The further side.
Yeah, that was bugged, dude.
Yeah,
he has like 2 interviews that have came out about it so far, which the second I watched it, my brain said, that was sick. I'm going to watch this again. And then my next thing was, someone better interview him because like, just a curious person I am, I want to ask a ton of questions about this. And then I think the next day there was an interview out. So there we go. I believe Free Skate Mag did one. I think it was free. And then the Barracks also interviewed him about it. And he mentions kind of like switching tricks as the attempts went on just to see what worked best. Originally, he wanted to switch flip over the handrail, and then he was going to do switch back 180. And then kickflip just worked the best. And a couple other minor things. But, I mean, it's just crazy they did all that and then switch back tail that ledge.
Dude, he is on a different planet.
The board control and the style is just – it's incredible.
Especially because, like, you had no idea where that was going at first.
Like, yeah, I mean, when he started cruising, I like once I started getting an idea of what was going on, I was like, there's gonna be one trick in here that's incredible. I just know there is. It's all gonna be sick, but there's gonna be one that's like, wow.
Same. I thought it was gonna be like really good B-roll, and then like a few bangers, and then all of a sudden he just like it keeps going. It just keeps going, and then it keeps going, and then he literally turns a corner and keeps going, and you're just like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, what I was actually thinking about was
what do you think about the shoes?
I think they look cool. It's different. It doesn't really look like another Adidas model. It's definitely a little different. It still has like a little soccer vibe, which I think is cool.
I
actually remember probably about 6 months ago he posted the sample on his story. I think he deleted it after it was up for like an hour or something. Like maybe he wasn't supposed to yet.
Yeah.
But I saw it and I was like, oh, that's weird. That's not a shoe we've seen yet. So I didn't know at the time if that was going to be his pro model. Or if it was just a shoe that wasn't out and they're already doing his colorway.
Dude, they're so light.
Oh, really?
They're so light and they're like really – like they still feel solid, but they're like – you put them on and they feel really true to your foot.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a good feeling when you put a shoe on. That's what you want.
Yeah. I don't know. They felt weird on my feet, but like when my homie put them on, I thought they looked sick on him.
Yeah, it's also one of those shoes where like I've seen certain photos of it where I don't like how it looks, but then like on foot, like on certain people, I think it looks tight.
Right.
Which I think is cool. I don't know. It's something different. Yeah, sick. Cool. And
I'm not really
is this his 4th colorway? I was trying to think of the number when I said 4.
He's definitely got a match court that like just came out too.
He had the white leather gold match court. He had the
I know he had an Addy Ease.
Because he had 2 Addy Ease. He had the green with the blue stripes, and he also had like a
black
white
with gold
suede.
I thought he had like a black with a gold one.
No, I think the gold was just on his match court. It's white leather with gold. And then his Addy Ease, there was the green, and then there was like a whitish
first
cream.
one.
It was like a whitish cream, and it said his name in gold.
I think I know exactly which one you're talking about.
So that's sick. I mean, Adidas is obviously like they're big on the colorways, which is sick.
Yeah, they're huge on the colorways.
Congrats to Miles. And
I see Diego getting a colorway of the shoe as well.
Yeah, I would say this year will get a colorway, whether it's this shoe or another.
I think it'll be this one. I think that with this much like marketing put behind this shoe, I think they're gonna move forward with this one as like they did with the match court. Because the match court had a huge marketing campaign behind it, man.
Yeah, and it worked. I saw that.
And it clearly worked. They did pro colorways for damn near half the team with that shoe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as the shoe kept succeeding, they kept giving more colorways,
which is fine. I mean, I'm not a toe cap guy, but I think they look cool.
Yeah,
doesn't bother me one bit.
And the ad obviously has done its job. I think a lot of people were talking about it when it dropped. Me and you are clearly still stoked on it.
The comments are bucked too. They're like hyped. I thought at first.
Oh yeah, so this is what I was gonna say. When he crosses the street, I was wondering like if this is a question I would have asked in this interview. That they're like, the other interviews are good. They asked a lot of questions I was thinking, but this one I still want to know. When he crossed the street, they had the green, like the walking, to go across.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if there was another plan of an earlier point to cross or something, because like, how did they just happen to get that? I feel like there had to be like two options where like if that didn't work, they're gonna do something else, or maybe the first option didn't work and then that one did.
Probably.
Because they did it real late at night, so I mean it's definitely possible they would have got there and they would have had the red hand and there would have been no cars coming anyway or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It was sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Lights on it.
It was monumental line, dude. What do you mean?
Yeah,
hopefully people will be talking.
People are gonna remember that.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna remember that. Speaking of Adidas, Chris Mulhern, one of the Adidas filmers, he's filming the team for a while now.
Isn't he like their main filmer?
I believe he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the Chris Ray to Adidas.
I think so.
Okay.
He released a video on Thrasher called Second Sighting. And it's all previously released footage, a lot from away days or different Adidas edits.
Sean.
Oh yes, very good. And this is what I wanted to highlight in this whole thing, to me, because I saw the comments on Instagram and I see the comments on the YouTube video. A lot of people were hyped on Tyshawn's half cap flip, and I'm very happy that this happened because I think that clip was very overlooked because it was put in the intro to away days and not into his video part. Which, I mean, you need a really good intro to a video like that. But I've always been like a little bummed that was in there because it's that set. What is it, like a 6 block? That thing looks massive.
Yeah, it looks huge.
And Miles Switchback Feel is in the intro to Away Days as well. Both those tricks were in this edit. Gave him a little more of a spotlight, which I think they both deserve because not only is that thing massive, Tyshawn popped that half cap flip so high and did it so well. So I was just stoked to see that because for whatever reason, that's a trick that stood out to me since I watched Away Days. And I was like, wow, that's like people on their first time watching this video are going to see that. But other than that, when people watch a full length, they usually are going to skip around to the parts they want to see.
Yeah.
Maybe they're never going to watch the intro again. So people are going to forget about that crazy half cap flip.
I think that the pop on this what stands out the most.
he snapped it. He snapped it really good. It looked amazing.
He's a beast.
As well as Suchu, always good to see Suchu.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Forever like something I'll always think of with Suchu is that line, Third and Armory, where he ends with back 180, fakey Manny, fakey front big.
Damn.
It legit could not have been done better. It looked so sick.
Yeah, he's a legend.
So this is cool. It was something I had no idea was coming out. They hadn't teased it. It was kind of just I went on YouTube and I saw that and I was like, oh, that's random. It literally just says Second Sighting video.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what that is.
I didn't know what it was at all.
I was gonna go watch it later when I had more time, and then I think I saw the Instagram post and I was like, oh, it's a bunch of like Adidas footage. I'm gonna watch it for sure. And then went back and watched it. And I was like, wow, this is put together really cool. It's a bunch of footage that deserves to be put out again, kind of just to highlight how crazy it is.
That was on Thrasher, right?
Yeah, released on Thrasher. Thrasher's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I saw it on there and I was just like, oh, okay. And I didn't click it right away, but I mean, I got to it like later that day.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing here, but that was
had it been like Adidas, I would have.
Yeah, I was surprised it didn't have their name in it.
As long as it said like Adidas, I would click it right without like any question,
Yeah. Yeah, well, I would assume probably a lot of people got around to it because of the Instagram post because it was, you could tell it was Buck.
Yeah. And
the Instagram post kind of showed that it was a bunch of Adidas riders, so I think probably everyone went and checked it out after they saw that. Let's go into No Future, the Christian Henry released.
Oh, fire!
Yeah, I think it's a little less than a minute of street footage for Thunder Trucks. There's no future edit as well as a quick interview up on the site. Kind of get to know him. He's also from Florida. I mean, if someone's coming up and skating right now, you just maybe assume they're from Florida because they're kind of taking over.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, that's a motherfucking front shove.
Oh, dude, that spot's gnarly.
Oh man,
Spot is gnarly. The great bump over fence thing.
That thing is insane. That front shove was amazing.
He did it super well. I also will never understand how people skate bumps that are that short. That thing looks quick, very quick. And that looks like a scary spot to get skating. You know, like to like your first go on that's got to be scary. He front shoved it super well. To me, I really for some reason there's two tricks: backtail to fakie on that weird
like red thing.
Yeah, that was so crazy. He stood on it really cool.
Yeah.
And then another trick, he does a feeble to blunt slide and then goes into a bank.
Was it a feeble to blunt slide or Smith to blunt slide?
No, it's feeble because I've been to the spots like the banks here and the flat bar is pretty much on top of it, so you basically have to come out of back.
Same shit anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
basically,
pretty much.
And
that he came like head on, and you wanted to call it a Smith. Anyway, it's the same crap. Yeah, he did it super cool though. It was like, I mean, that trick's kind of hard to like once it's hard to get in the blunt and stand on the blunt. You know, it's kind of you could
I know.
Kind of smack your tail. He really stood in that blunt, slid for a second, was going towards the other bar, and then jumped into the
spot is insane.
Yeah, he did it really cool. That stood out to me a lot. And even there was that one line, I believe it's in San Francisco. He does a back biggie, and then a half cab Manny back 180. It wasn't like the craziest trick, but he did them both really cool looking. I think it was a downhill mani pad, so that's a little.
That looks like a really cool spot to skate.
Yeah, we've seen it plenty of times. I think recently I've been seeing it a lot. So that was sick. And the interview was cool. Got to know a little bit about him. I had heard his name around. I knew that he was getting Death Wish boards, but I hadn't seen a ton of footage yet. So it was cool to kind of get a feel for his skating. I saw when they posted on Instagram, T-Funk was all hyped on it, which is sick.
He's a beast. I'm backing him.
T-Funk? Yeah. Oh,
no, yeah, definitely T-Funk.
Both of them. Yeah, Christian has cool style. Cool style, trick selection. Hyped it. I just need more.
T-Funk. I fucking love that dude.
Dude, I think everyone loves T-Funk.
Man, he's one of my favorite skateboarders right now.
He came onto the scene heavy.
I mean, dude, he's undeniable fire, dude. I use that term not very loosely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's like he's that good shit. He's like Evan, dude. You don't know what's coming.
Yeah, he could do it all.
No idea. Yeah.
I mean, to me,
I'm still hung up on that.
My favorite thing I see him do is those Wally front threes.
That shit is insane. I don't know how he does that either.
I don't know how he gets all the way around on that.
Dude, I'm still like completely stuck on the fucking what's his face's wall ride.
Who's wall ride?
Evans, the wall ride to wall ride.
Oh, around the corner?
Oh my god, dude. I can't get over that clip, dude. I've watched it so many times.
That must have felt sick when he did that.
How did he do that?
I couldn't tell you.
And like he didn't even do like the wall ride drop off where you come to a complete stop and just feel like a fucking goober. Like he kept it moving.
Yeah, but I mean, even if he did, there would have made sense. It's like
I get it.
Speed after you go around a corner, but he somehow like.
Well, yeah, we saw Paluzzi do it in that lure card part, and it wasn't lame.
Oh yeah, because he grinded up a rail.
Yeah.
And into a wall. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it's like there's nothing you could do. You're gonna come off that wall pretty slow. You give it a little push when you land, and it's. I get like. If you don't push, you're just gonna stand there. So
right, yeah, right. Which looks lame. I don't like that, dude.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, I just get hyped on that clip, dude.
Yeah, Evan's sick. Also speaking of Evan Smith, I think his name was in there for the Arson Apartment 2. I just thought of him because of the first one. Anyway, 29. They posted the trailer that's going to be being released.
Next Monday.
January 29th. So that would be next Monday. And I can't wait.
I can't wait.
What?
I just really hope it's 20 minutes long again, dude.
The last one was 10, but yeah, I'll take 20.
I thought it was like 18.
That was the raw footage for it.
Oh, okay.
Because I watched the actual edit to it.
If I get 20 minutes of raw footage, that's fine too.
Yeah. I mean, just whatever they want to give us, we're gonna watch it.
I mean, I know I can guarantee you that Zion's gonna be in there, so I'll be cool. I'll be happy.
It's Spitfire. We already know the lineup's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm stoked for that.
Dude, the shot's in his wave again, man. Just look out. Just watch
I
out for this. Just wait.
I've been really enjoying this how on Instagram he'll just like on his story at a park, clip after clip.
He's back on his shit, bro. He's back on his shit.
He's going in.
Just watch, dude.
Wait for that street footage. Let's get it. I can't wait.
I'm backing a shot very heavy this year, dude. I'm jumping on the train right now, dude. Fuck it.
So you're saying Sodi?
Yes.
All right, that's a fair pick.
Yep, I'm picking his shot. Just watch, dude. He's gonna drop 3 parts this year. Watch some crazy shit like that, like when he won Sodi.
When he won Sodi, the amount of footage that he put out.
It was insane. It was like every month we had something.
It was same with Wes pretty much.
That's how I felt with Louis this year, honestly. But then again, that's how I also felt with.
Just because that was the first person I said I will never change.
Right.
I said Louis for Sodi 2018 just because I know the comms video is coming out.
Mm-hmm. Which is going to be so good.
Deshaun Ware won Skater of the Year.
Yeah.
Be a real happy guy over here.
Dude. I mean, who have we gotten? Who have we gotten repeats from? Chris Cole and Danny Way?
Chris Cole and Danny Way, and that's it.
Okay.
I mean, with the people that have won in the past, 5 years, there's going to be some more repeats within the next, 10 years, if that makes sense.
I feel like there's a lot of people that are, just on the cusp.
How could Jamie Floyd not win Skater of the Year again?
Shane.
Shane O'Neal, the fact that Shane O'Neal hasn't won one yet is mind-blowing.
Same with, Nyjah. You can say the same thing about him.
Speaking of Nyjah, we got his footage coming out soon.
March 3rd.
Is that what it is? I know it was in March.
Yeah, I was told March 3rd is when it's his part is releasing around that rubber shoe.
Yeah, his pro shoe.
Mm-hmm. Do you know it's all rubber?
Yeah. I want to see him in person and feel it.
I really want to put one on my foot, dude.
Yeah.
What if what if they're onto something over there?
I mean, they could be.
It's Nike. They got that.
Carlos has been skating them.
Man, he is fucked up. Switchback 3
so
over.
Good.
Switchback 3 over table, bitch. Jeez.
Yeah. You know another switchback 3 stands out to me a lot? Oh, that's the first one? Yeah, and Pure I've always say that because that one's sick. But also, the Flat Earth. Carlos Key over the Machba ledge.
I can't think of it right now.
A sick one, dude.
I've only seen Flat Earth in its entirety once.
Well, buy it and watch it again. That's all I can say because it's a sick switchback 3.
Yeah, I mean he's sick and he has a cool name.
Carlos Key.
Yeah. Carlos Iki. I like the way.
Hey, do you see your boy Tom Asta killing the USC?
Yes, of course I did, dude. He does heel
I
flip.
thought maybe you missed it.
Dude, he does heel flip crooked grinds like it's nothing.
Dude,
that's such a hard trick. Are you fucking serious?
He's so good. It's mind blowing. I also love when I see when he's out in LA and Kelly.
He also seems just like the coolest dude.
Tom, yeah, he
just seems like the coolest dude. When he was at Grant and with the Santa Cruz dudes, he was just shooting the shit with everyone.
That's sick.
He also did switch flip back tail down a 6-stair hubba first try.
Sounds about right for him.
I'll never forget that. I was like, what the fuck? I caught him dad cam on my phone. What?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Right?
Yeah, Tom went in on Instagram. I don't know what else to say about that. That was on this list, but
did you see? Speaking of people going in on Instagram, did you see? What's his Magnus? Is that his name, right? Numbers guy.
The tray flip nose grind.
Oh my god, dude! How cool did that tray flip nose grind look?
It looked really sick,
dude. That loop is fire. You could watch that trick a million times.
Magnus has stupid pop. That's why
he's got the best tray flip, dude.
He has one of the best.
I'm telling you, man.
Up that one stretched out set that people.
The way he does it looks different.
Well, actually, and then Diego switched trade up.
Diego's awesome. I think that Magnus's tray flip looks different in the sense of how Kalis's tray flip looks different. You know what I mean? They just I
love Bobby Ward's tray flips.
Bobby Ward's, it looks different. It stands out in its own way. You know what I mean? And those are the best tray flips.
Yeah, Magnus is sick.
What about Antoine's and Baker 3?
Oh, he's chilling.
He looked like he was oh, okay, I'll flip this right now.
Mellow. The way Felipe can tray flip is wild.
Oh yeah, I love his too.
But it's not
It
even
makes
like
the
the
board
ones
look
that
like a
he
little
does.
feather.
But if you like, there was one. I think it was a Vine. It was so random. I think it's on Twitter where like he put his front foot all the way on the nose and his back foot all the way completely on the tail, and he just like jumped. I don't know. It was so weird. How did he do that?
He makes his board look like a feather, dude.
Yeah, he looks really light on his weight. You know, just he light on his feet, I guess.
That's how Luan does them as well.
Well, the ones that got speed and power, dude.
I know, but like at the same time, like his
I know what you're
flip
saying.
it just looks like a little. Boop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you actually? Now we're talking about tray flips. This came into my mind, and it's in our topic list. Jacob Messick's $1 Million Doomsday video, pretty much all filmed downtown LA area. Were you able to check that out, Mike?
Where's that at?
Yeah, it's actually on his own personal YouTube. I think it just posted it yesterday or the day before.
No, I hadn't. When I saw your post on the Fillet website or on the Fillet Instagram, there's like a dude smoking a crack pipe. I was like, what the fuck did Grant just post, dude?
Do you remember when he talked about when he was on Fillet, he said that was going to be the intro.
Yeah. I remember.
And
I was dying. I was like, what the fuck is this? So funny.
They had a premiere and a photo show up at Kingswell, the shop that Jacob goes to in LA.
Yeah, my friend Sean rides for them as well.
Okay, yeah, I remember you mentioning that the last time.
He was actually there. He was the bartender.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I didn't see him, but I was.
For sure. Anyway,
I wasn't at the bar. Well, there's no bar.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, Diego Johnson, Rudy Johnson's son, has footage in this, and he has some really sick-looking tray flips. That's why this came to my mind right now. I want to talk about this regardless, because pretty much when Jacob was on the show, this was a big topic, something that they were filming for, and it's a fun video with his homies. It turned out really sick. There's some really cool footage in there. Definitely, in my mind, Diego's footage stood out because this dude has crazy pop, and power, and speed. And then he mentioned it. Jacob mentioned his name too when he was on the show. Cash Matthew. I've heard the name. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar with that name too.
He did a really cool Smith 180. It was on this like little bump to rail on a bridge over the freeway. That looks sick. But definitely, I'd recommend checking it out. They did their thing, had fun, put together a really cool video. And in the future, if you're ever in the LA area and Jacob's doing one of those photo shows, because this is the second one I've gone to, they're always super cool. A lot of cool people over at that shop. Kingswell is sick. So
yeah, that Vanessa Torres also rides for them.
Oh, okay, that's sick. Yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of LA people in skateboarding were over there.
It's like heavily tattoo influenced, right?
Yeah, they actually have a tattoo shop, like connected to the skate shop.
Totally.
Yeah, which is sick.
Yeah, Sean loves that shit.
That's tight.
I want to go there. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, check it out when you're in LA. We went there right after my board got ran over at LAI. That was quite the day.
Did you get a new board?
Yeah, luckily I had it. Well, the day was over, but when I came back to San Diego that night, or the next day when we went skating, I had a board laying around, thankfully.
What kind do you have? What kind is it?
A real Davis Torgerson. You already know I love Davis.
Those real boards are fucking high quality.
Yeah, I was bummed though. Like I felt bad. I was like if you look at the board that got ran over, I mean, obviously there's nothing I could do about it. I tried to trick on the bank and slipped out, and it got blasted. But it was like I had just set it up like 2 days before.
Oh,
and I was like, this sucks. Like I just hate that this is such a waste.
Yeah, I've never had a board get run over, dude.
Only the second time it happened to me. Second time, but I think if you skate LA high enough, you're. I mean, I've only gone a few times. I don't live up there.
I've never been there, man.
I was there once in the evening, and Antonio Dural was there trying to trick, just skating by himself. Like maybe he's gonna come film it another night. He slipped out, got his board ran over.
Damn, dude! I should go there and backside flip into that bank, huh?
Oh my! That's a spot. I know we've talked about this before. That is a spot that like you'll get there and just be like, what?
Yeah, it looks so hard to skate,
dude. It's fun though. It's like it's definitely a good spot for chilling, skate some flat ground.
Yeah.
A little cruise around on the bank. But just the fact. Oh, actually, I thought of you when I was there, Mike, because some of the Alzheimer's dudes were on a trip. They were there filming.
going off,
But
right?
the trick that one of the guys was trying didn't go down. It definitely could. Hopefully they went back like the next day or something because it was getting dark. But if it goes down, it's going to be a trick you're going to see everywhere.
Dude, I'm a big fan.
I know
big
you
all-timers fan.
And those dudes were super cool, which was sick.
They're Canadian. They're not mean. Canadians are nice dudes, man.
Yeah, they were all super cool, which was nice. I mean, sometimes you pull up to a spot and
Nah, Canada, dude. Canadians are nice people, man. I'm telling you.
It's good.
They came there for some tricks, eh?
Well, dude, a gnarly trick almost went down. I hope they go back and get it. It was so buck. Let's see. Toy Machine.
Oh,
Axel
hyped.
Pressure posted on Instagram today.
Hyped.
Photo pretty much all the Toy Machine dudes or most of them in the same
Yeah.
room. And it said that Toy Machine video is in the works.
I'm hyped. I'm very excited for this one. What was the last one?
Oh.
Good Bad Meets Evil or whatever?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like forever.
Years and years and years. Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm stoked, man. Especially with this Toy Machine lineup. It's going to be fucking heavy.
Who are you most stoked for?
Axel, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same.
For sure. I'm a big fan of his skating, dude.
Axel
I think he's one of those
sick.
ATVs. He's that
He can do it
all-terrain.
all.
Yeah.
He can do it all.
And he does all of it like it looks good. Like it's not like he's one of those dudes like
He just looks natural.
Right. It's like if I see Figgy doing like a ledge line, it's like, okay. Like cool. Like I'd rather see you jump down some fucking stairs for sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, just because you've seen him.
Like Naja. It's like Naja, seeing Naja do a tech line.
Naja's tech, though. It's crazy.
Don't really care. I'd rather see you do a crooked grind down an 18 stair for sure.
Okay.
And that's not like a disrespectful type thing. It's just like I have certain skaters that I feel like I'd rather see them do what they're good at. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's what they're known for.
Totally. But I mean, I guess like as you get older, you know, you try to keep it low impact. I'm pretty sure that there's actually
you don't want to just skate handrails.
Yeah, totally. And what's funny is like touching back on the Figgy name, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, there's an interview with him when he was on the cover of Thrasher for that Crooked Grind and Bake and Destroy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost positive that there's like a line in there in his interview where he says like, "You won't see me doing some gay ledge combo or something like that."
Oh, really?
And now he's like skating ledges and shit. And I'm just like,
I remember that was it Baker in Dubai at it in 2017. I think he did a nose grind finger flip on a ledge, but it was
he does, and he also does. He can also do switch flip back tail, which is like very.
I mean, he's pro. I'm sure if he puts a little effort into it, he can.
I feel like that's a very tech trick, dude.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I don't want to sound like it doesn't have to take any sort of effort.
Right.
But you also have to they're so good at skateboarding that he puts some effort into it. I'm sure he can figure it out.
Yeah, but handrail dudes all have their little handful of tricks, you know.
Yeah. So to have switch flip back tail, or if you worked for that one, that's sick.
Agreed.
Sure.
Anyway, back on topic.
Yeah, back onto the topic. Oh, the Toy Machine video. Yeah, I'm thinking through the team right now. Off the top of my head, I would say I'm most stoked for Axel's part in that as well. He's just super sick to watch.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten like footage from
the last arson department. He does that sick board side to fakie on the reel that goes like this. That was tough.
Yeah, and I feel like we didn't get I personally, as an Axel fan, I should say, didn't get enough of him in the New Balance video. I wanted more.
Yeah. Well, no more New Balance.
Yeah, I know.
We've seen him on Instagram with the Vans. I actually saw. It's funny. I think it was 2 weeks ago or so. We were on the show. We were talking about how we left New Balance, and we assumed he was gonna be wearing Vans, probably get on Vans. I believe it was the next day. I went to a new park here in San Diego, and he was there with Lizzie, and he had Vans on. So, but that's not really news because he's been on Instagram with Vans.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it was funny. Just literally the day after you talk about it on the show, I seen him.
It's just like a really logical fit too.
Yeah, it was like I just couldn't guess where else he would go.
Yeah.
Well, it just made the most sense. Moving right along. Mike particularly psyched on this topic. I think it's super cool they do it as well.
Which one is it?
This is going to be Jenkum. It came out with an article. It's an art critic. The second time they've done this. An art critic critiquing skateboarding art. art by skateboarders, whatever you want to say it.
It's the actual title is "What Does a Real Art Critic Think of Skate Art?" Part 2, because there was a part 1. I want to say like I don't even want to say because I don't really fucking remember, but I just remember it was dope. So when this one came out, I was excited and I was hyped.
Dude, you should talk into this mic a lot more. You sound great.
I sound super crispy. I feel like I'm like really creepy. Like
that's okay. Continue.
I'm gonna tell a ghost story. But anyway, the lady's name is either Shanna or Shayna. I'm not exactly sure. Her last name is Damnet. I don't want to say that wrong, but she is an LA-based art critic, and they had her review artworks from such notable pros as Blondie McCoy, Chet Childress, Don Pendleton, who is famous for his artwork in Alien Workshop boards, Habitat boards, and most recently that he did a Primitive series. Yeah. And then there was also 2 photographs that she critiqued by Jason Lee as well as Jerry Sue. And there was a few others. These were just names that stood out to me personally. She does, for the most part, give them all pretty positive reviews, which I actually thought that she was going to destroy Blondie's little clip art collage thing. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm just not really a fan of that kind of art. Like, unless it's done to a certain, like, it's always like, it's so fucking situational. You know what I mean? I could see some clip art, something that, or some like collage that I see right now and be like, okay, that's fucking sick. That would just completely like, you know, clash with what I just said.
This photo of the art critic is really funny.
She's kind of a babe, yeah?
I mean, I'm not saying that, but you can.
I think she's kind of a babe.
She looks pretty old. I'm not saying that.
That's fine, dude. I'm a fan of a primed middle-aged woman.
Really funny.
I like her, dude. I think she's dope. I think she's a good-looking woman.
But they didn't show any of her art?
No. They don't need. That's not the focus of the article, man. She's the critic. She doesn't have to show her art.
But
that's not the way art.
She's credible, I guess.
Exactly, she is credible.
Her own art?
No, I don't believe so. Because then they would just be like, "Yo, I have the best shit."
That's something that would never pass in skateboarding. someone comes in and hates on someone's trick selection.
Yeah, you know, did you happen to read the critiques?
I read the Don Pendleton one and I think one other this morning.
Did you read Jerry?
I want to read all of them. Oh, I read part of Sue's. I don't think I've.
She don't like Jerry Sue's.
I saw she was saying something about like she kind of liked it, but she wanted something done different.
No, she said she wants to like it more than she does, or something like that. And I mean, dude, she actually. Well, here's the thing, man. Is like art. Any form of criticism is all like kind of like redundant. You know what I mean? Like you can critic. I can say something that's. Is fucking whack, and the guy next to me can love that more than anything in the world and think it's worth $1 million.
And that's sick.
And which is absolutely sick. So I'm actually not really a fan of that Jerry Sue photo either.
Why is that?
Because of all the points that she fucking made.
Well, let's read what she says. She says, the problems start because the scene doesn't feel organic. It feels staged.
Agreed.
Which is fine. It can be staged. But then I wish the artist would have done more to control the environment as long as they were doing a setup.
I agree.
The corner isn't particularly beautiful or ugly. The van is random. The space is compressed. Despite being outside.
I agree.
It's really funny for me to read this.
It's super true, though, dude. Like, that's how I feel about it as well. Like,
okay, but what if it's not staged? Then all that's pointless to even say. We don't know.
But that's her job.
We ask Jerry.
Well, no,
it just seems a little weird to me. I get that that's her job.
Right.
But it seems weird to me because it seems like a lot of what she's saying, and this, at least particularly for Jerry, is based on an assumption. She said if it's staged, she did admit that it could not be. Maybe it is.
Right, but every form of critiquing what if it's not is staged, an assumption.
And all that's pointless.
But it's a critique, and every form of a critique.
I think the photo's pretty cool, but I would like to know if it's real.
I don't like it.
Stage.
I don't like it.
Why? This dude's probably just.
No, it's not real. It's not real, man.
It could be.
If it is real, I feel like there's more emotion to it, but it doesn't feel that way.
I wonder how you would even.
She was hyped on Pendleton's.
Yeah, which is, dude, I love Don Pendleton's art.
A legend, dude, especially in the skate art world.
I remember, it's so random that I remember this, but he did a can, like a Mountain Dew can with P-Rod. And he had that big painting of P-Rod's old part. before
No,
he got.
absolutely. I mean, I don't think that's really that random. I think that's
No, it got less random as I remembered about the skate park part, but I don't know why the Mountain Dew can was stuck in my head so much because I don't drink Mountain Dew or soda or ever
Yeah, that
saw it in
shit's
person.
gross.
I think I just saw it on Instagram.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that shit ain't for me, man. No Mountain Dew here. I'm serious. I don't like that shit.
Dude, it's neon.
Yeah, you're putting neon liquid into your body and expecting it to not be toxic. Sick.
Yeah, I don't know about soda, dude. That's so sketchy.
Yeah, I'm not a soda guy. I drink a shitload of water, dude. A shitload of water.
Yeah, that's what
And
you
coffee and Mexican beer. Preferably. Do you know what my beer is, dude?
should. A Corona.
No, I don't like Corona that much. A Tecate.
Okay. That's good to know.
That's my go-to joint right there, dude. Anyway, what else we got on this?
I wanted to know what Mike likes to drink. No,
Maybe they do, dude. If I ever bump into one of these motherfuckers at the bar, dude, I want to have a beer with them for sure.
What were you gonna say? You got really excited, Mike. Mike, I believe you're unplugged or something. I can't hear you right now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, because I think it'll be a quick fix. He'll be back. But let's move on to mini top 5. Krill Tap released mini top 5 today with Rick McCrank. Classic series that's been around forever. Which I feel like we haven't seen one in a little while. But it's Rick McCrank talking about his van. And I saw it earlier. I didn't click on it. Mike sent me the link, and I was like, oh, that means it's probably sick. And it was a lot cooler. I mean, not that was going to be lame, but he made it pretty interesting. Just random stuff in his van, which I was watching it, and I was like, dude, this is sick. It'd be tight to have this van and go out skating with all the homies in the van. Which, I mean, it's his van, not the Krill Tap van, so I don't know if that's how it's used. Mike, are you back? Oh, there you are. Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Sorry.
Hey.
I mean,
I don't know what happened.
Anyway,
I was holding
you're back.
this thing like a microphone and talking into
that
it.
Thing
and
looks like R2D2. Anyway, we're talking about Krill Tap's mini top 5 with Rick McCrank, which I'm saying, not that I expected it to be lame, but it's sick. Like I thought it was just gonna be a whatever, but I was watching, I was getting hyped on his van.
Yeah, I got to watch Grant's live reaction.
Yeah, I watched it right before the show.
He's not joking.
Dude, like I like how he pulled out his ice cube little thing.
Yeah, he's not joking though. Like every numbered item, every numbered item that they went through, you got more excited.
Dude, sickest part, how they got like the what's that called?
Left-handed
the sunroof. The sunroof.
Oh.
Well, yeah, so the steering wheel's on the right side. I was like,
yeah, that shit is crazy.
And then they got the sunroof, and he's like, "Yeah, if it's hot or a little sunny out, we can just close it."
You close it for the homies.
It's all pitch black back there. I was like, "That is sick." Oh, that thing was tight.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
Rick McCrank. Actually, is it his birthday?
I don't know if it is. That's sick.
I feel like I saw Thunder post about his birthday today.
Dude, every time I think of Rick McCrank, I will always think of his board slide from Manic Mighty. Where
hey, happy birthday, Rick McCrank!
Hey,
I remember correctly. Thunder on their story. If you look here, oh, look at that!
Oh, damn, that was gnarly too.
Yeah, he's bugged. He's a really underrated skateboarder. I know we've mentioned that on the show before, but for real,
not to like my age group. Like my age group fucks with him heavy. I feel like he's kind of forgotten to your age group.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. At least for my age group part, yeah. I don't think people really think of him too much. I mean, because to be honest, like, I mean, pretty sweet. He ended up with only one trick.
Yeah, that's wild.
He was injured. You know, there a lot of stuff's happened. But dude, if you watch his footage, it's like, wow.
Agreed.
Wow. So that's a cool little segment. Krill Tap did with McCrank. And then what else we got here? We got one thing left, Mike.
2 things, but they're the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Skate Metal releases Aunt Tammy Volume 1 featuring Dan Plunkett and Jake Anderson. So there's a few things to talk about here. There's number one, let's talk about the video. So Dan Plunkett opens it up.
Fire.
We all know Medina loves Dan Plunkett.
Yeah, he's a fucking savage,
And
dude.
I do too. I really enjoy
He's
watching.
the shit.
He's got pop. He's got cool manuals.
He's got the good style, and he
He's
skates like a grown ass man, dude.
He's just sick.
Yeah.
And as usual, I enjoyed his footage a lot for pretty much the reasons I just said. This is another video project I had no idea was coming out. And I want to talk about that a little bit more after we talk about the footage itself. So, Dan, I don't know really what else to say about it. Oh, actually, you know what I do want to say? He skates that spot, which only other person I've seen skate was Peter Ramondetta. It's a ledge going down, and then Dan like whips his turn, kind of backside parside skirt, and then hits another ledge and goes down a set. Do you remember that line?
Yeah. Dude, I've watched that video.
The only other time I've seen that is Peter Ramondetta.
I've watched that video like 3 times already.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I can watch it twice. Yeah, I always think of Ramondetta at that spot because I think he's the first person I saw skate it. And I don't know if it was under construction or what the deal was, but it looks sick.
It looked like it was under construction.
Yeah, so maybe it was well, I would assume it'd still be skatable. Unless maybe they both filmed their tricks around the same time and then it got skate stopped or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, stuff's pre-built skate stop these days, trash. I always wonder, well, we'll save that discussion for after this. Because I almost got really excited right there. Let's talk about Jake Anderson. Jake Anderson. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, heel flip nose blunt was incredible. Yeah, that thing was so sick.
Yeah, man. I don't know who does that trick.
Sick. I don't know. I'll tell you what. When I saw it, I thought of Billy Jackson because he's a good heel flipper and he likes blunts and nose blunts. But
you think he's got that one?
I bet he could do it on a quarter pipe.
Damn.
I'm not saying he's got it on that spot. Maybe I wouldn't put it past him. It's Billy, but dude. He did so sick on that spot. So sick.
Yeah, that's a really crazy trick, man.
The heel flip, just the way the heel flip looked into that nose blunt and then that spot, how it's like, it's like a kinked bank.
Heel flipping into things is like not easy whatsoever either.
Yeah, that was wild, dude. What did Plunkett do on that spot? He had a trick in his section, right?
I don't remember offhand, to be honest.
He did. Anyway. That heel flip nose blunt. Another trick that stands out to me because it was I watched. I was like, "Whoa!" I'd never seen anyone skate a bump to bar like that. He like axle stalls and kind of like shoves over.
Yeah.
That was wild. The same bump to bar.
That was super weird.
Yeah, I watched it. I was like, "Whoa!" And then I was thinking about it. I was like, "Dude, that's weird." Maybe I thought it was sick. Some people might be about it. Regardless, that's scary to try that.
Yeah,
to get into that. Get an axle stall 50, whatever you want to say, out of that bump is pretty great.
I think that's super scary.
Yeah, definitely. That was sick. There was something else that stood out to me. Anyway, any tricks or anything you want to say about Jake?
I mean, the heel flip nose blunt is really the thing that's
that's for sure in my head for a while.
I think that it was just like
a
really good bag of tricks, like a really solid skate park that will get you excited to go skate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that like
cool vibe to it.
He's Mike Anderson's brother, right?
Yeah, Mike Anderson's
Anderson's younger brother. So it's always sick to see like the family skaters.
For sure.
I think that's always super rad.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I mean, dude, I'm hyped for him, man. Skate Mental is a rad brand to go pro for.
Yeah, for sure. Congrats to Jake. We didn't say it yet. 6. I was hyped to see that in the morning. I was hyped to watch a video. I'm going to watch that video again because Jake and Dan both killed it.
Plunkett gets me hyped to go skate, man.
Yeah.
Always does. Plunkett's a bad motherfucker, dude.
One thing that was a little interesting to me was I was just kind of surprised. Nowhere in that video does it say that he was pro. Like that kind of
Wait. Is it at the end?
No, I'll check right now. I don't think it says anywhere in the video. They made the announcement on Instagram pretty much that like his video's live and he's
maybe they made the video.
It doesn't say it. I don't
maybe they made the video and they were like, "Yo, he's good as fuck, dude. It's all good. Turn him pro."
And they just couldn't type in Jake Anderson's pro at the end.
I mean, it's Stabba, dude. Stabba's gonna do what Stabba wants.
I'm not like bummed it's not there. I just
yeah.
Like you would expect it to be there, but it doesn't matter. I guess at the end of the day, he's pro.
Uh-huh.
But that's sick. Oh my gosh! Hold on. Dan Plunkett frontside half cab flip into LA High.
Oh my God! How can I forget that?
Level.
I was
Next
actually gonna.
level, dude.
Oh, that's fucked up. Why would I not bring it that? Because I was gonna say that earlier when I said I should backside flip into it. I immediately, but I wanted to save that for this. No, that's like that's my favorite trick, man.
Believe that went down.
Yeah, the way that he didn't do a lame one either. Like,
No,
there's
he
two
didn't.
different versions of that trick. You can make it easy and you can make it like gangster, you know?
Yeah, well, he went the G way with it.
Oh yeah, he did it full on half cab flip way.
That was so tight.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this comment's on here. Someone comments, these vids would be 10 times better if they just filmed on VX.
What?
I love when people say stuff like that.
Yeah, comments. Dude, I've seen some comments in the last few days.
Also, the intro to Jake's part when him and Mike are stretching and they got the audio going over.
Oh my God, when like Stab was like
Really
talking
funny.
like a girl or whatever. Or whoever
fun.
is talking like a girl. Yeah, that shit is amazing.
I don't know. Yeah, is that from like a video or something? I don't know.
No, I think it's just like edited over, dude.
Yeah. Well,
like if it's like pre-recorded and then like laid over it, it's perfect.
Yeah, that is true. I don't see how it could be that perfect.
Yeah.
Regardless, this is a sick intro. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up with this topic is, what do you think this means as far as the full-length skate mental video we were?
I don't know. Received? I have no idea because there was a good amount of footage from both of those dudes that I'm having a hard time believing was throwaway.
Yeah, and Tom K put his part out only a couple months ago.
Yeah,
or skate
dude,
mental.
You're definitely right.
So I mean and this was Aunt Tammy. Was it Tammy or it was Tammy, right?
Yeah, Tammy.
We're going at the title right here. Yeah, Aunt Tammy, Volume 1, which would lead me to believe that there's going to be more volumes.
Yeah, good point.
Also lead me to believe that they're going to be releasing it like this instead of a full length. Yeah, we know Trevor Colton when he was on here said he had a full part already filmed for Skate Mental, so that could be released in Volume 2. And we got Darkness footage. Ooh. I mean, I would assume just because.
Why do I forget? I always still think that dude has like the craziest name that we're calling him Darkness.
Yeah, it is. He's also incredibly good.
Yeah, he's the shit. It's wild, man.
So I'm looking forward to the rest, though. Skate Metal's got a sick lineup for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
What did I get so hyped on that I wanted to say a minute ago, and I said, "Oh, wait." I don't know. I'll rewatch the show and then I'll bring it up in the future because there wasn't anything that happened this week. It was just a discussion I wanted to have.
Gotcha.
Which we could do any other episode, you know.
Yeah.
But for this week, that's episode 138, and that's a wrap.
That's crazy.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week with 139. Hit us up if there's something we didn't mention or you just want to make sure we talk about next week, and we'll do that.
Yeah.
Or if you got something you know, maybe not specifically a video. If it's like something you just want to hear our opinions, chat about, I think that's when the best stuff comes out, when we just have our opinions. And,
all right.
You know, discussion. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
That's when it gets the most fun.
Yeah.
When it's
totally agree.
Like the other week when we talked about Instagram videos. And today there was some stuff like that. All right, we'll be back. Peace.